Well. What do we have here? Shazam! Oh yeah. We have a dual stereo set plus with all the accoutrements of the Austrian Audio OC818 dual diaphragm condenser microphones. Switchable patterns, blah, 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 blah. Okay, before we get into the deets, the details, the technical specs, what is Austrian Audio? Austrian Audio is a company founded by ex-AKG employees, right? AKG is one of the legendary foundational companies that really invented and created and curated the development of microphones, along with Neumann, Gaffel, Telefunken, etc., etc. These were all founded in Austria and Germany back in the 40s, 1950s. So, the key development of AKG back in the day was the AKG C12 multi-pattern dual diaphragm valve or tube, if you will, amplified condenser microphone. And the key part of that microphone was the capsule, the edge terminated CK12 capsule. Gleeman. So, AKG continued to make various versions of this capsule for many, many years, decades, all the way up through the 90s and even the noughties. So, a few years ago, a while ago, AKG was bought out, gobbled up by one of these large multinational global corporations that swallow up audio brands, strip mine their IP, and then some, in fact quite a few of the very, very experienced AKG employees, from the sales to the accounts to the engineering, manufacturing side, a bunch of these people became disillusioned and dissatisfied with the way standards were slipping. So a bunch of them left. They said, fuck this, we're out. And they came together to start their own company called Austrian Audio. And they set up their own factory in Vienna, Austria. Yes, these things are handmade in Vienna, Austria. The capsules, Gleeman. Give me some Gleeman. Oh, Gleeman. These capsules are handmade in Vienna, Austria, just like the classic AKGs were. Right? So they set up their own company called Austrian Audio to try to continue the tradition of the original AKG since it had been bought out and strip mined for IP. So, this is, in my opinion, the true successor and continuation of the AKG legacy. Right. But, not only are the capsules fucking excellent, they also have some very, very interesting new features. Such as I mentioned, dual capsule design, right? Gleeman. Front and back. That is necessary for multiple polar patterns. If you only have one capsule on the front, none on the back, you only get one polar pattern, which is most likely cardioid. If you want to be able to produce or to capture varied polar patterns, you need two capsules back to back, right? And these switches do some kind of electronic combination, some of those two capsules outputs. Maybe some EQ, maybe some level adjustment, blah, 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 to go from figure eight to cardioid to hypercardioid to omni, blah, blah, blah. That's how it's done. The output of the two capsules, front and back, is summed in some way electronically to produce that result. So what these guys have done is, check this shit out, right? You see that little flap there, right? Boop. Oh yeah. Little mini XLR 5 pin, right? What's that about? Okay. Get in there. What that's about is you can record the unadulterated output from these two capsules. Gleaming. Oh, yeah. You can record the unadulterated output from these two capsules onto separate tracks in your recorder or platform or DAW of choice, such as Pro Tools or Logic or Cubase or whatever. Record them both. So this microphone has two outputs. Record them both, right? And then after the fact, during the mix, you can use a plug-in provided by Austrian Audio to then choose or sweep between or switch between your polar pattern. Well, I should have set them in cardioid. Well, I should have set them in figure eight. I should have set them in omni. No. You can do that after the fact in software. And not only that, but it's multi-band, meaning you can, let's say I have a pair of these set up as overhead on a drum kit, right? And I want a nice mono tight low end for the kick drum. Multi-band, that polar response. Okay? Multi-band, the polar response. So I get a nice tight mono kick drum, but say I want omni to get more of the room on the high end for the cymbals, because there's a nice high arch ceiling, something like that. That's what you can do. That's what you can do. Now, it has also occurred to me, well, what if I use that plug-in on a guitar amp? Well, what do you mean, Rich? Well, let's say I put two microphones on a guitar amp, which I always do. A 57 and a ribbon, like a Bayer M160. I could run those two mics, the two tracks are recorded from those two mics on a guitar amp, through this plug-in, pretending to be a pair of stereo overheads, or pretending to be a front and back capsule of one of these things, all right? That would give me multi-band interactions between those two mics. Very interesting. Very interesting. Anyway, super sexy kit. Weighty. Very well made. Still made and handmade in Vienna, man. No messing, right? Very, very high-end kit. Very nice. I got the stereo pair on special offer for, which was a discount of, but let's just say I got a deal. In fact, in hindsight, I should have bought 2 of these fucking kits. I should have bought 4 of them. It was that good a deal. God damn. These things are going to sound the goddamn tits. Oh yeah.